Hey friends, welcome to Stocks and Crypto Plays. I have some breaking news on Credit Suisse. The chairman slash CEO of Credit Suisse basically admitted that AMC Apes defeated him. He didn't use the word AMC Apes, but you have to listen to the video. You're going to understand that the AMC Apes defeated him and his company. This is crazy. So, where did their money go? Like I said, they paid for the short squeeze before the short squeeze. So they had to pay back the Fed. They were margin called. They had to pay for the short squeeze before it actually happens on chain. And that's where their money went. And he's basically admitting to you in this video that retail investors destroyed them. So they lost. It's great. Now, we haven't had our on-chain squeeze yet. We're waiting for it. And will it happen? Well, we're going to have to see. I believe it will. And I believe we're getting closer and closer and closer to it. It's getting very exciting, friends. So I'm going to play this short little video for you within my video. And you're going to be impressed to learn that we have won this little battle here in the war. We've won this battle inside of a war. And we just took down our biggest, most powerful enemy, Credit Suisse. They've been shorting the heck out of us, but they got margin called by the Fed and they're out of business. All right, let's take a look here. Ready? But please hit like too and subscribe and add notifications. I appreciate you all. Here we go.
Who is responsible for this disaster?
Schauen Sie.
Well,
Rückwärts zu
look,
schauen ist immer einfach. Und eben,
hindsight is wonderful,
es ist einfach eine
and to
Tatsache,
point a finger,
dass wir
it's a fact
sicherlich seit
that
2021 mit Green
since 2021
den Schlagzeilen
with JADOS, we never left the headlines.
Altlasten
We were overtaken by legacy situations, by risks that materialized last year. We
Marktumfeld eben
were affected by a market model that does no longer work in this market environment, and many clients
gewesen.
have been very loyal for a very long time.
War
And last autumn,
Media Storm etwas
we had this social media storm,
Auswirkungen gehabt.
and this had huge repercussions,
Im Markt weniger im institutionellen und im professionellen
more in the retail
der Tropf
sector than in the wholesale sector, and too much becomes too much.
sind. Es ist eine
And
Kumulation
that's when we reach this point. It's accumulation of various facts
sich
that contributed to one another and then materialized at some point.
wird plötzlich
And
fast zum Überlaufen gebracht.
this then caused the situation to deteriorate.
Okay, friends, you heard it there. That's the chairman of Credit Suisse basically admitting that the retail investors put them out of business. Yeah, and things were really hot and heavy in 2021, and that's when they had to create the most synthetics that they had in the world, because they had to do what they had to do to keep the short squeeze down. And they did. They did it with synthetics. They did it with naked shorting. So they created like all these IOUs, but who do they have to pay the IOUs back to? Well, the Fed, not to you and I. So these fake shares, in a sense, have to be paid back eventually on chain, and that's what we're waiting for. So it's going to be a very exciting time for us when we get our short squeeze, and we're starting to see the dominoes fall. I did a video yesterday about another bank, Wells Fargo, that was shorting AMC stock, and they're in trouble right now. They need $9.5 billion, but for what? Ask yourself, for what? It's the same thing is happening to Wells Fargo as what happened to Credit Suisse. They got to pay for the short squeeze before it happens to the Fed, so that when the short squeeze does happen, they've got the money to pay us when we actually do sell our shares. Hit likes, hit subscribe, add notifications, share the video with a friend. Appreciate you all. Have a great day.